Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Mole Man, and more specifically Mole Man in Alliance Quest Map 7, and especially this week when we have the node where you get a strong 200% fury whenever you perform an intercept. However, whenever you use Mole Man's unblockable mechanic by getting hit in a block and punish the opponent, that counts as an intercept, and therefore it's probably one of the most safest ways how to get to that fury without actually having to intercept, and it also works wonders with Mole Man as such. Now, the reason I didn't upload any of my full runs this week, well, quite honestly, was because they were relatively uneventful, and at least I felt they wouldn't have made for too great of a video, because I either slept through or worked through pretty much all of the mini boss and boss fights, and it would be just me clearing the lanes, doing the basic fights. And yeah, I didn't think it'd make for too great of a video. However, Mole Man was absolutely lighting up champions in map 7 like crazy. And that is what I also want to showcase in today's video. So I have strung together quite a lot of fights with me using Mole Man through various days, several different global buffs, and the first one here is going to be against Gwenpool. So pretty much every single fight here is going to start with me dropping a couple of heavy attacks, 2 to 3. There is really no need for more. We can say I drop 2 heavy attacks and let Gwenpool hit in my block and did 2 combos, drop a level 1, and the fight's over. That's a 20-second fight, basically 22 seconds. And this wasn't like day 1 or 2. I believe the fights that I actually did end up recording were all pretty much from days 3 and 4. So we can see that the opponents are quite stacked. I think towards the end in one of the fights, I actually take a linked Wolverine as well on my path. And even with champion being linked and having significantly increased health and attack pool, Mole Man just shredded. We can see that Angelo went down again in 27 seconds. He's such a beast, especially with this extra fury that he has access to, because he benefits from that fury much more than most other champions would because of the guaranteed crits. And it's such a huge help in closing out these fights quickly. Now, Venom is a tanky lad with fairly sizable health pool. And yeah, I think in this fight I go for 3 heavy attacks. I'm gonna go on and bait out that level 1, just so I have a bit more room to work with, a bit more power. Here he hits in my block, I immediately punish, I get that fury, I go for 2 full combos. We have 10 bleeds, and he's absolutely melting away. I think there he actually struck my block once again, somehow. And still, even at this point, without the fury, purely due to the guaranteed crits, that level 2 finishes off this fight in like 40 something seconds. And yeah, it was it was absolutely chill to use him. I wasn't specking Suicide Masteries this week at all, pretty much due to Alliance War season being back on, and that was part of the reason why I didn't quite want to bring in Corvus Glaive, especially because on my path 1, my path 5 in section 1, don't actually get any glaive charges as well, and I would not get any glaive charges up until the very end of section 2, so I didn't think like Corvus is quite appropriate with no Suicide Masteries and no glaive charges, and decided to test out Mole Man, and wow, I was impressed. This was extremely great time in IQ. Now, here we have Winter Soldier, and this is on inverted controls. So the node is quite tricky. You do need to know what you're doing, except when you're using Mole Man, because here we can see that I simply get to do 2 combos and the fight's pretty much over, or close to that anyways. Few more hits. And yeah, that Winter Soldier's down again. Absolutely no problem at all for the Mole Man, or Mr. Mole God himself, apparently. The word on the street is that's how people are referring to him now, but hey, fair enough. And yeah, I certainly do want to keep on using him more and more in Alliance Quest or questing, just to really see how he works. But I must say that I took him to rank 2, and I'm happy that I did, because it definitely is very enjoyable, and here we can see that also somewhat useful. Now here I should not have thrown that level 1. I wasn't gonna get any damage or effect out from it, but still. We're still hanging in there, and that Captain America is going down very rapidly once again. You can see that a whole bunch of bleeds. Shock is still there, and yeah, just need to hit him a couple more times. So very quick and straightforward fight. Once again, believe I'm going up against this Medusa as well. And now after this Medusa fight, I have recorded again some more fights, most of whom I already did the earlier day, but we're gonna have the epic modifier there. So the fights themselves will naturally be slightly different. Opponents are gonna be slightly more buffed, and the global node's gonna be a different one as well. Now there I knew that she's gonna auto block me, but I just wanted to get rid of the Fury so I can keep on aggressively attacking. And yeah, again, what is this, like half a minute fight? Now there was a mistake. I got lucky that she didn't punish me, but still, 30 seconds, very easy. I think that was day 3 of AQ final fight on my path. Mulman just tears through that stuff. It's very enjoyable. Now this is already the upcoming day once again against Gwenpool. This is my section 2 with counter tactics and combo party. And yeah, so I have 2 charges. Think this time I'm going for the third one. Now here she hits my blocker, going for a full combo. I'm gonna drop my level 1. The one thing that kind of annoys me is because Molman's level 1 animation is that long, the last hit actually doesn't have that Fury bonus from the node, because yeah, the animation just takes too long. But Molman certainly in himself doesn't take long to finish these fights out. And yeah, so here's going to be another Venom fight. This is a node where they basically gain more power based on your combo meter, and then they spend less power when they're using special attacks. But again, you just don't really care about that node, because all of the fights are done just ever so quickly. You can see 1 full combo or 2 full combos into level 1. He has like 8 bleeds there. Shock is active, and just go in. Here I snuck in another sneaky intercept. All of them guaranteed crits, and Venom just melts, completely melts away. And this is the linked Wolverine fight that I was talking about before. So this is combo party, counter tactics, distract, and 300% health and attack boost. So it's a very, very stacked Wolverine. You can see it's 266k health. So half of Realm of Legends health pool. That is the size of the health pool we are dealing with here, 73 KPI. So here I think I'm actually going to go for a few more heavy attacks off the start. I think I'm going to go for like 1 more heavy, maybe straight up to 20 charges, because I knew he's going to be on like higher health pool. I might need more of these charges. So I go for my level 1 quite early here as well, with just like the pure principle that I want to get that shock in, do some more damage here. I wanted to get that Fury back on me. And yeah, we can see that even with all that extra health, you can just see Wolverine's health completely melting away. Very easy, very straightforward. I think I don't even bother going for that Fury past this point, because thanks to all the bleeds, all the shock damage, that health is still disappearing without like any real attack damage and attack boost. And yeah, you can see that even linked opponents weren't too much of a hassle. And now a couple of last fights here. This one's like Winter Soldier, and this is the last one. This could be the last fight in the video as well, I think. And yeah, so here I want to bait out his level 1. It's a bit tricky with the reverse controls occasionally, just to keep yourself kind of like focused. We can see that I made a mistake here. I mixed up my controls, and unfortunately that also caused me to lose my power, because Winter Soldier actually did drain me. So now I actually have to bait out that level 2, and we can see that he's still very full on power bar, but not on the health bar. And that is it, and that, I think, demonstrates the case for Mole in Alliance Quest quite well. I did definitely enjoy it, which is also important, and he also did incredible job tearing through those opponents without losing much health, completely shredding the fights in a very, very rapid pace. So if you have any doubts whether or not to try and use Mole in Alliance Quest, and if he fits the lanes that you are on, definitely give him a go. I was very impressed. And yeah, that is it for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, hit that like button, hit that sub button. And I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about